most challenging deals that you've ever done?
Oh, wow. So the most challenging deals that I've ever done have really came from the big problem tenants, big problem people. I would say one that comes to mind, we did rent to own a lot. So a lease with the option to buy, and maybe they had 5 or 10,000 or 5 or 10% to put down. But sometimes people would come to me knowing like, hey, we're not going to be able to buy a house, but I've got 20% to put down. Would you just owner finance it to me? So we did a lot of owner financing as well. So we would get, people with a big down payment, and our goal was the same. Like, hey, we'll owner finance it to you, help you fix your credit, and it'll make it easier. 2, 3, 4 years down the road, maybe you can refinance and cash us out and pay us off. Because our goal is to sell this house. Like, we don't want to stay in it forever. And so we did a lot of those. And I remember one, it was like some people are professionals, right? They're professional con artists or whatever the case is. And this lady, she paid the down payment, moved in, and then slowly started to pay late and then didn't pay. And then it was like, oh, we've owner financed the house. So now I don't go to eviction court. I actually have to start the foreclosure process. So I start the foreclosure process on her, and she files bankruptcy. And so now she drags this thing out through bankruptcy court for 6 to 12 months.
Oh man.
Meanwhile, she's not making a payment, guys. So I'm over here having to make a payment on the house that's not bringing an income and going through litigation to try to get her out. I'm serious. She used bankruptcy, got kicked in and out of bankruptcy. I think it was 2 years of her going in and out of bankruptcy before we were finally able to foreclose. And then we foreclose, and then we have to go file eviction. We file eviction, and then she starts lawyering up through eviction court, manages to drag this thing out another 6 months. Like, literally, that's the worst, like the hardest part we've ever gone through in this thing. Like, literally 2.5, 3 years of no income. And we had to protect our investment and our investors as well. So we had to continue making those payments regardless of what was going on. So that was a pretty tough situation. And I said it earlier, there's no such thing as a perfect deal. Like, I can go look at a house, make an offer, get it under contract based on what I think the renovation is going to come in at. Renovations never come in on target. They never come in on budget or on time, right? So you have to be flexible and know that, hey, I know a good deal when I see it. There is a level of risk, but it's an educated, calculated risk. We look at enough deals, make enough offers, and do enough of this, that some are going to be home runs, some are going to be, just good enough. Some are going to go wrong, and if you can hold real estate, it will fix itself, right? So the longer you can wait, if you end up where you're upside down or you overspent, or there's not going to be a profit, well, hey, just hold on to that property for 5 or 10 years. As long as the monthly income can service the debt, you're going to be okay, right? As long as the monthly income is equal to or more than your monthly expenses, just hold on to it for a while. Let real estate do what real estate does. Let it go up in value. Let the principal of the loan get down. Let you get back into a seller's market, and eventually time will heal. And real estate's very forgiving. It's very forgiving. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's a get rich for sure, but you have to have that persistent, continuous action, and just don't quit.